Well, this guy was fun while he lasted, and now he's dead. You know, maybe, former Master Kaku, if you explain to the team what your scheme was, because you're obviously scheming something, they wouldn't have killed your minion there. But no, you had to keep quiet. The way you've kept quiet for the entire goddamn season, you don't get to complain that they didn't follow your plan when you didn't tell them your plan! I hope they don't expect us to be sad about a character who we knew for less than 2 episodes who just died. Like, obviously, former Master Kaku's all bent out of shape about it, but we, the audience, had no fucking clue who this guy was. Why do we care? Again, maybe if you had told the team about this, that something could have been fucking done about it, but no, you had to keep quiet. Also, you look really good for 6,000 years old. But maybe if you had fucking learned how to communicate in those 6,000 years, this wouldn't be a goddamn problem, now would it? See, they're even pointing that out! I feel like the real reason he wants the morphers and the, God, I hate saying it, the fucking Lili balls, is to, like, set up some kind of protection around the Earth or some bullshit, but he's not explaining himself because he's a dumbass. Shoji, buddy, you gotta stop speaking my mind. We are way too in sync, my dude, and blue is my favorite color. God damn it! Ooh, team versus mentor fight. They're about to get smoked! I didn't mean literally! Why does Sentai keep taking my jokes so goddamn literal? Guys, he already literally reversed all of your individual chi attacks right back at you. Do you really want to risk firing your super bazooka at him? I love the super bazooka. This is a bad fucking idea. Or maybe it will work. I stand fucking corrected. Fine, be that way. Oh, take that! Right to the gut. I hope that was a punch to his gut, and not lower. You want some of this?! Yeah, you stand the fuck down, child and turtle boy. So are they gonna retrieve the morphers and their goddamn heavenly treasure Lili balls, or are they just gonna willpower their way back into ranger form and summoning the swords? I think we got even odds on either option. So they've all just gone back to their lives. I call bullshit. Stop making Rin take care of this little shit fucking donkey boy. Yeah, you thought I forgot that nickname, but I didn't. You're a donkey! Rin, just because the team's disbanded doesn't mean you can't go to the restaurant that Rio works at. Also, you should go hang out with Rio because you're the only moderately good couple in this team. I mean, God, what is she gonna do? Get together with Ko when they're both old enough? God, I hope fucking not. Oh, and the Stooges are back! Oh, and the Stooges are gone! You know shit is intense when they're doing waterfall training. Oh, and Jean's back! Oh, and Jean's attack! So are all these blasts from the past arriving in just their mind, or actually in reality to help them get their shit together? God, you're a handsome man. Fuck! Entire show redeemed. We got Peacock Mom back. Peacock Goddess Mom is back. Show redeemed. And now Peacock Mom is gone. The show is once again a disappointment! I want to see how they handle a fight with this guy, since they can't morph or anything. He's gonna get his ass kicked. I skipped most of the exposition, but they're gonna duel to see who leads the Gorma. I'm kind of actually banking, because he's already planning to cheat. I'm kind of banking on Kaku dying, and then Shadam, whatever the fuck, however the fuck you say his name, is going to be the ruler, only to be taken out by the Rangers. Oh, one of those is poisoned. One of those is poisoned because he's already planning to cheat because he's a douchebag. Oh, this is cool. They're doing the posing and introductions just as themselves. That is cool. That's cool. I like that. We haven't seen that ever that I can recall. Okay, I love the armor, but why do you give the vibes of a Mega Man villain when you wear that? You know, when you title the episode Death of the Heroic Master, you kind of give away the game on who's going to win the duel. Also, he apparently killed not Kaku, but the bad guy. He apparently already killed the previous emperor. I'm surprised this pale-ass freak ain't bursting into flames in the sunlight. Good grief, he's white. And I should know! How durable do you think those props are for the swords? Like, because obviously they add in the metallic sound effects, but they look like they're decently straining against each other with that clash. How durable do you think the weapons are to not just snap on them? I just realized we haven't had one of the big title card splash panels pop up in ages, and this would have been a perfect opportunity for it. They're literally having a duel to the death to see who gets to be the next evil emperor. Good camera work, though. I love when the camera tracks a fight instead of just cutting all the time. Oh, he's in trouble. He's in trouble. He got the sword to the neck. Oh, kicked in the fucking gut! Way to go. So they've all got these tokens from the various characters they bonded with, which I called way back when Peacock Mom first showed up. But has Kazu just had Kamio in his pocket this entire fight? That feels really risky. Wait, is Kamio dead? Oh, I knew they would morph without their fucking morphers. I knew it. They've been aura farm. Oh no, they sent their energy. Oh no, okay, I'm gonna stop guessing and just say what's happening. I'll just narrate. They're using their energy to summon back their gear. But that's close enough to just morphing on their own anyway. That's essentially the same result. No, but seriously, is Kamio dead? Because he's up there with all the ghosts and the spirit advisors. So hi, Peacock Mom, I miss you. No, and I miss them too. The Stooges are fun. Is he dead? Is he dead? He's explain this to me. Also, why is Rin's spirit advisor Ko's mom? Like, was there no one else they could have had her bond with? I would have liked to see them kill some enemy in their civilian mode, because we know in their civilian modes they can use their chi. They just don't usually. Rin's the only one who ever really has. I do still love that they use just a hand grenade to make themselves big. That will never not be funny to me. I mean, again, I said it way back when I first saw it. They use a hand grenade and literally blow themselves up. You know, similar to the question about the swords and the duel last clip, what does it feel like to get hit by the suit actor wearing a Megazord suit? Like what are they made out of? Because he's just an actor giant fighting the Megazord suit actors. What does it feel like? What kind of material are those made out of to just deck somebody in the kaiju fight? Anyway, that's enough rambling on this clip. Alright, so Master Kaku has lost both the cheap power antenna and the yo power antenna he was using to boost himself, so... And if you think about it, doesn't that mean that he was the one to cheat first? Dude, we've already seen your monster form. You and the bondage trio just get your metal masks on. Like, I mean... I hate that. I hate that. I knew you were a hothead, but I hate that. Oh god, now it's sparking. Don't erupt your head nipples on them. What is wrong with you? This literally came the fuck out of nowhere. You have never shown any volcanic-like abilities. Why is this a thing? Oh good, Kamio's not dead. We like Kamio. He's a good boy. The 7 Zord combo is still really weak, but Heavenly Armor Chi Palace Great Death Crush is a banger of an attack name. Is he actually... No, he's still not dead. This is like the second time he's survived that. Can you guys just kill Volcano Tithead already? Oh, they did! They did kill him! Oh, God! Oh, that looked like it hurt. Wait, has he been one of Bandora's putty monsters this entire time? Ha! Sucks to be you. And now the bondage trio is down to the bondage duo. Okay, yeah. He's dead. You ain't surviving that. It's the final showdown. I am the successor of the Gorma throne. I will make Gorma great again. MGGA. Okay, so she's understandably freaking out because the guy died and turned to mud. She's made out of mud too, isn't she? The real question is he made out of mud? And do I care? Hang on, watch this. Watch Blue Ranger. Is Yellow standing a little too close? I'm pretty sure he just elbowed Yellow. Dude, when people tell you to go through the door, they mean open it first. I mean, seriously, how complicated is that? Apparently very complicated. Jesus. She turned him into a fucking Roomba. Look at him go! And I mean, why throw him off the cliff if he's just gonna jump right back up? I feel like that was just to fill some special effects time in the episode. Oh, he made a dirt clone out of the pasty boy. Ooh! Oh, I hate how that looked. I hate that. Fucking... the eyes sticking out of the dirt was awful. So did you make dirt clones out of everyone 6,000 years ago? Why? What? Why? Who? Why? Like, obviously Master Kaku wasn't a dirt clone because he left Gorma during the conflict 6,000 years ago. He just kicked that man's head out his own ass. Was Evil Twin Boy a dirt clone? Were all the monsters dirt clones? This raises more questions than it fucking answers! Alright, he just admitted that Gaara is a mud doll as well, which now I want to make a Naruto reference, because they just made it for me. Real plot twist is if Shadam is also a dirt clone this whole time. Okay, but if she's a dirt clone, why the fuck did the Peacock tier, whatever, you know what I mean, why did it heal her? If she's a dirt clone, why did it heal her and not, like, why are you summoning an illusionary fighter jets? Dude, your power is weird. The Phoenix, I almost called it the Phoenix again. The Peacock tier should have either not worked at all, because she's not a real person, or it should have Pinocchio'd her into being a real person. This raises more questions than it fucking answers! No, not even the appearance of Peacock Goddess Mom can get me off of this high fucking horse. Who was and was not a dirt clone, and plot holes! Plot holes full of dirt and mud! Oh, I immediately feel better. Her fucking... So it doesn't matter that she was a dirt clone, because the real Gaara fucking ascended to... You know what? I immediately feel better. I'm gonna call this two girlfriends. This is women loving women right here. I mean, I feel bad for the dirt clone version of her because she's having an existential crisis. I'm okay with this though. Oh, you don't have to call her foolish. You don't gotta be mean about it. I do actually feel a little bad for her now. This is unfortunate. Great friends in heaven, you say? Great. No, that is not the smile of a great friend. I am standing by my women-loving women comment. Oh, so the pasty white boy aspect was literally part of the job. That's problematic. Okay, so on the assumption that Super Dragon Zord is going to show back up, how much you want to bet that gem that... I don't even know what to call him at this point. How much you want to bet that gem is the heavenly ball that controls the giant... Oh, and I called it! There it is! Yeah, I bet you that gem controls it. The same as the rest of the gems control their Zord. He's either going down with the ship, with the palace that's being destroyed by Super Dragon, or he's going to take control of Super Dragon. But either way, we're going to see the Zords fight Super Dragon, because honestly, the Super Dragon is the real threat at this point. This is actually probably going to wrap up really fast, like by the halfway point of the episode, by the commercial bump, because I know that this season also has an epilogue that's a flash forward way longer than the Jetman one was, so they got to wrap this shit up fast, is what I'm saying. Your one magic ball can't beat our 6 magic balls! Ooh, beam struggle, those are always fun. So wait, he's saying that it's all pointless, they can't actually beat him because Chi power and Yo power are linked. Like, he literally said 2 sides of a coin, but they can't take out one without taking out themselves. So they're just gonna walk away. They're just gonna fucking walk away, aren't they? Oh, all the gems are being taken away from them. I actually like that more. I like that way more, because, like, if they had just walked away, it wouldn't have made any sense that Super Dragon was always showing up to destroy shit whenever there's too much fighting. Like, I don't know, this ending's getting weird. Boys, you're both depowered, and neither of you are pretty enough to fight. Oh, he pulled out a shiv! Oh, this just got real. Well, that's why you don't bring a knife to a martial arts fight. Dumbass. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, that was chunky. Oh, buddy. Ah, you were a dirt clone! You were a dirt clone! I fucking called it! I'm sure Rio got out in time. I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he's fine. Oh, Super Dragon has to leave. His home planet needs him. You were the stupidest Deus Ex Mechina that I've ever seen. Ah, see? He's fine. He's fine. He's maybe also a dirt clone. I don't know anymore. All these goddamn dirt clones really muddied the plot! These are the jokes, people. Deal with it. Okay, so they disbanded, which makes sense this time because there's no enemies left, and they didn't have to kill... Well, I mean, the Gorma kind of wiped themselves out, but what does that mean for the whole Chi Power, Yo Power debate debacle? Ah, it's a ghost. Oh! Obi-Wan Kakuobi. Did I make that joke back in... Yeah, I did make that joke back in the episode with his evil dad. And I made it better back then. Shit. Yeah, 50 years in the future, time skip. That's actually some quality old lady makeup. She looks good still. Age makeups are actually one of the hardest ones to manage. I swear to God, if she married Ko, I'm gonna throw my phone through the TV. You three, however, have not fucking aged well. You can see the line for his bald cap. It's the same fucking monster they fought in their first episode, just with a peppermint paint job. They're playing their own descendants. That's fucking great. I still hate that monster design. So they're just gonna keep fighting Gorma and Dairangers in a cycle every few generations. That sums up how I feel. Like, that makes the whole series frustratingly futile. Okay, yeah, you could take the message that humanity's always gonna fight back, and that's the moral of the story, but that's a little frustrating. I do like we're getting one last round of the Megazord. That's very nice. I appreciate that. It's interesting that the Zord hasn't changed in 50 fucking years. Shit, that means that Ko did marry Rin. That's fucking terrible! That's terrible. That's my worst takeaway of the entire series. I'll have to think on it a bit, but I'm afraid that ambiguity of the ending did knock it down a little bit on my list, but it's still definitely one of the better Sentai that I've watched so far. Alright, so, let's see, we're filming this probably about a week or so before I post it. It'll be sitting in my drafts with all the other videos, but I finished Dairanger last night, and I have opinions. I know, shocker, right? Opinions on what is literally just now become nothing more than a Sentai reaction channel. Don't worry, there'll be other tokusatsu. But yeah, so more than likely you watched my videos of the final few episodes. So most of what I'm thinking, I've already thought of and said in those videos. But here's some additional things. It really just comes down to how rushed the ending was. Dairanger was definitely becoming my favorite season up until those last few episodes. The whole mud clone thing really threw a spanner in the works, really messed up a lot of what they had established for the story. And this was actually a problem throughout most of Dairanger. A lot of the episodes focused more screen time on Gorma and Gorma-related characters, but they never really explained what the whole deal was with Gorma, aside from the whole Chi Power, Yo Power connection, two sides of the same coin situation. So because so much screen time was focused on the Gorma characters, unless it was something like Ko's introduction arc or his the arc with his mom, and even then a lot of that was Akamaru because evil twin brother, it ended up with the team, the main 5 members of the team, getting less development than they really frankly deserved. Dairanger is it's still my favorite season, not just because of nostalgia, but because those 5, 6, counting Barai, they had characterization throughout the entire season. They even had some character development here and there. Whereas with Dairanger, all the development goes to Gorma. We never get an explanation of what Gorma really are, what caused the first conflict 6,000 years ago, why there's going to be a conflict again with the grandkids of the main team. Vyram from Jetman, I actually like those villains more than Gorma, because we at least, they don't explain much about what Vyram's deal is, but they don't need to. Vyram shows up, says very clearly, we want to wipe out your entire civilization, and they start trying to get that job done. Gorma shows up. Sometimes it's about a 6,000-year-old conflict. Sometimes it's not. It never fucking. And then there's the specifics of it, where if Shaddam made all of the mud clones, who made the mud clone that he is? If Super Dragon shows up every time there's a conflict, how come he didn't show up sooner? Is he going to show up again with the grandkids? What's the... They even say when Super Dragon first shows up that he's going to other places on Earth where there's presumably wars between human nations, and he's fucking shit up there. How come he's not showing up more often for that? And again with the mud clones, if Gara was a mud clone, why did the Peacock tier work on her? If Shaddam was a mud clone, how the fuck did he father twins? Okay, so that's about 3 minutes of exhaustive nitpicks. It was still a good season. It was still a good season. In the second half or so, the monster designs got a lot better. They were very top-heavy early on, did not love them early. Obviously, the fight choreography was some of the best we had seen so far. So, it's definitely like, I mean, granted, I've only watched 4 Sentai so far, but it's definitely top 3. And I think with a few changes that I'm about to ramble about, the ending really could... You know what? Different video for the how I would change the ending, because this is already... Okay, so that's main thoughts of the series. Let's see how long she stays. She knows when she's on camera, and she hates being on camera. So, how I would change the ending, because it was pointed out by a buddy, yes, Tony, you're the one who got me into Sentai and Tokusatsu, shut up. So it was pointed out that it's not uncommon between the fact that there's multiple writers on these seasons, and especially the ones from the 90s around there, the endings often feel a bit rushed. And, we saw that in Dairanger, which I have nitpicks about that ending. That ending was incredibly rushed, but at least the Dairanger ending fit thematically. The Jetman epilogue, fuck that epilogue. At least the Dairanger epilogue fit within the themes of the season and what kept the characters fairly themselves. Hell, even the 5-man ending was fucking rushed. But anyway, here's how I would fix the Dairanger ending. Oh, look at her go. Look at her go. Big stretch. Hello. And goodbye. I really think it would take just a couple very small changes. First of all, keep all the mud clones except Shaddam. Shaddam is not a mud clone because when he's a mud clone, that fucks up the entire everything. Let him be. He even has a line where he says he's the only survivor of from the conflict 6,000 years ago. So let him be that one. Let him be the normal one, and then everyone else is a mud clone. Second, and I mentioned this in the video, let that gem that he steals from the Emperor, let that be... Can I help you? Let that, instead of just using it to blast energy at the team, let him use that to control Super Dragon. And then they gotta fight Super Dragon. Problem is, Super Dragon is as much larger than a regular Zord as a regular Zord is to a human. So he has the gem. Maybe he knows that it can, or maybe he finds out in the middle of the fight. But he uses it to start controlling the Super Dragon. He's inside the cockpit. Now he's fucking shit up instead of it just being a great equalizer. So the team is just like, well, shit, how do we fight something that big? They find a bunch of the enlarging bombs because they're right there in the Gorma Palace. And there could even be a line in there where they're just like, oh, well, these work off of Yo Power. Yeah, but Yo Power is just the opposite side of the coin from Chi Power. So maybe they just use the enlarging bombs as they are. Maybe they, like, purify them or whatever. And then they use the enlarging bombs. Again, can I help you? They use the enlarging bombs either on themselves or on their Zords. And we're about to get a cat butt. She is purring right in my ear. I love this stupid animal. So now we've got a supersized Zord fighting the Megazord fighting the Super Dragon. Point 2, and then idea 2.5 or 3 or whatever you want to count it. What I mentioned about a different way to combine the 7 Zords, I have a better way to clarify that. Maybe either throughout the season they could have done this, or specifically for this fight would have been awesome. Take the Tiger combination with the other 4 smaller Zords. The turtle becomes armor and bulks out that combination even more, and then Ryuseo shifts back into like its dragon mode but becomes a giant staff, and the golden sword that the Tiger Zord uses is held on the end of Ryuseo, so now it's a giant fucking glaive. That would have been so cool. You could even take the bird, Rinzord, and put it on as like a cross guard at the end of that, because having it on the wrist at this point would just be, it would be meaningless. And then they kill the super dragon, they kill Shaddam, all the other Gorma either fled, assuming those ones are not mud clones, or collapsed because they're mud clones, or died earlier on. And then they can still jump ahead to their 50-year epilogue where that big stripy dipshit who shows up, he is the remnants of the Gorma who survived the season. And then the grandkids can still show up. They can still have that finale. I really hope Ko did not marry Rin. I'm just going to hope that maybe she raised him as like a little brother, because giving a college student a son, what the fuck, Sentai? What the fuck? Cat